Is it really worth anything? That and more when we get back with the professor of marketing from Duquesne University. Audrey Guskey is our guest here on the Heritage Valley Health System on KDKA TV's The CW. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, back here on the Heritage Valley Health System front page, my guest is Audrey Guskey, professor of marketing from Duquesne. Craig Newbold coming up in the next segment. I was talking about gift cards on the radio as we go to tape, actually yesterday, but as it airs, just about a week ago. I was in for Marty Griffin, and I was saying that, I read in the paper, and I can't remember which paper, either the Post-Gazette or the Trib, $25 billion.
That's correct.
But the catch was, and it might have been the Beaver County Times, I'm going to give everybody credit here. Bottom line is, they said that by the time the new year rolls around, there's a good chance that a lot of these stores aren't going to be around.
Yes.
So I'm figuring in my mind, the mental midget that I am, like 10 billion or so, if not 5 billion, that's just cash floating around. Where is that cash?
Well, first of all, you have to think about gift cards. Typically, about 10% of gift cards never gets redeemed to begin with. Keep in mind, too, you and I have talked about this every single Christmas for the past decade, probably, that Christmas gift cards are a great gift. One size fits all. Everyone loves them. If you know someone who likes this restaurant or golfs or likes the spa, you can buy them. You could easy to ship, easy to wrap. Okay, this is the first year that gift cards have decreased also. They're predicting 6% decrease in Christmas gift cards. Wow. Now, why? As you said, consumers are concerned that perhaps if you buy it for certain department stores or retail stores, they may not be around. Also, people have found this holiday season, because it has been so, the sales have been so phenomenal, that it's better to buy merchandise, an actual physical gift, rather than a gift card. Because I can get a $50 sweater and pay $25 for it, as compared to if I buy you a gift card, it's $50. And so, you get more bang for your buck with buying the merchandise. And so that's why gift cards did not do well this holiday season, surprisingly so.
All right, also something else we talked about on the air, and being that I'm a good journalist, I promise, so that means I'm going to ask you.
Okay,
that's the way it works in this business, I guess, today. Who's going to be left standing? And I don't even want you to, well, if you want to mention them, you can. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
But there are some people that I really have a closeness to. I mean, because I think of Kaufman's, I think of Macy's, Sears, I mean, let's face it, where America shops, Penny's.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm concerned about these stores.
Well, I grew up in the era Kaufman's, Gimbels, and Horns, and I was on Gimbels' team board many years, well, a few years ago, and so those were the department stores that I grew up with. Unfortunately, department stores have taken a huge hit. So the Macy's, the Penny's, the Sears, they're probably the ones that have suffered the most this holiday season. Are they still going to be around? Well, of course, because they're strong, they're national strongholds, and so they're probably not going to be going anywhere, at least in the short run. In the long run, that's a different story. But they may be closing. They may be not supplying as much merchandise. They may be not hiring as many people as we saw over the holiday season. The sales help was very limited. So the department stores are, in a sense, becoming a dinosaur, and that's very frightening. The stores, also the specialty stores, did not do well this holiday season. The Abercrombie and Fitch, the American Eagle did not, unfortunately. Local company, and we were hoping they would do well, and they did not. So even the kids, the teens, aren't spending as much. Who did well? As we had said earlier, Walmart seems to be the only one.
All right, this is not on the list. Give us a bit of an outline, but I have to ask you, Toyota now is saying,
oh, yeah,
we're going to have a $1.5 billion loss after making like $28 million profit last year. Now, I'm trying to think this thing through. Is it that they actually had this loss, or they want their piece of the pie like GM and everyone else? And I'm still up in the air. Craig thinks that they should not be bailed out. I'm starting to think more and more that they should. I mean, you're talking Toyota, who outsourced to America, who brought American jobs back to America, built factories here. Is it because they marketed better, that they did better for so long, or is the auto industry not marketing at all very good anymore?
Well, you look at the problem. Consumers aren't spending, and they're not spending on big ticket items. So the larger the ticket item, the less they're spending. Cars took a huge hit. People just aren't buying them anymore. And so it's across the board. So I think no matter how well you market, no matter how well you promote, and the quality of your car, it's not going to do well. So maybe some of the dealers are doing a little bit better, some of the manufacturers are doing a little bit better, but overall, if you're in the car industry, it's just hurting across the board. Should we bail them out? I don't know. Being the conservative Republican that I am.
Oh, I know that
yeah,
now.
I would probably say let them go.
And by the way, that show you did with me about a month or so ago, it will go down in history as one of my all-time favorites. I got to wrap it up. Give me some bright spots. I need bright spots.
Well, let me just say, I want to make a prediction before we leave, that I predict that sales will decrease by 4% this year. I wanted to make sure that you heard it here first. National Retail Federation said that increased by 2.2. I think it's going to be the first year, as we had talked about, decreasing by 4%. Bright spots. Well, the bright spots in 2009. I don't have any good news, Rob. I'm sorry. I mean, chances are the economy is going to be very stagnant and decreasing and very weak, I would say, through the first 6 months. But I would say come summer, July, August, things will be picking up a bit. And I think the employment will start picking up as well. So we have to wait. We have quite a while to wait.
But Barack Obama's got $850 billion he's going to spend.
That's what I mean.
Audrey Guskey, of course, professor of marketing at Duquesne. And hey, we'll talk more about the stimulus and the lack thereof when Craig Newbold joins us next on the Heritage Valley Health System front page. Where do you get great programming like this? Nowhere but right here. Back with more in a moment.